At St. David's Healthcare, we know there can be too much of a good thing when it comes to exposure to extreme heat. As summer begins to wind down and school starts up again, kids and teens are preparing to participate in rigorous sports tryouts and practices. And unfortunately, some of them could experience heat-related health issues. This is a real concern, especially for younger athletes who may not know when it's time to take a break. It's important to know and recognize the signs of heat-related illness. Here's Dr. Ryan McCorkle, emergency medicine physician at St. David's Medical Center, with what parents need to watch out for as students suit up and head back to the field.
Well, the CDC estimates that about 600 people die every year from heat-related injuries, despite the fact that they're extremely preventable. This time of year, you see it most commonly in young children, the elderly with high blood pressure. And this time of year, you have a lot of kids, high school age kids that are out practicing sports, practicing band, and those oftentimes end up our patients with heat exhaustion. Well, what we see in the first stages of heat exhaustion is patients who become extremely pale, nauseated, headache, muscle cramping, and excessive sweating. With heat exhaustion, the first thing we want people to do is to get into a shaded, cool area, making sure they're drinking non-alcoholic beverages, copious amounts of water, sports drinks, something to rehydrate and to lower that core body temperature. So a big indicator of when things become dangerous with heat-related illness is when you progress from heat exhaustion to heat stroke. That's extremely dangerous. When you progress to not sweating at all, the altered mental status, then you start to see the organs shut down. There's damage to the kidney, the liver, there can be damage to the brain. This can be a fatal condition if it's not addressed emergently. So heat exhaustion and heat stroke are two of the most preventable disease entities that we have, and those can be avoided by doing some common sense things like wearing loose clothing, staying well hydrated, not being out in the hottest times of day. If those are things that people can shoot to do, we can avoid a lot of visits to the emergency department. We take a lot of pride in being Texans and that we're used to this heat, we're acclimated to it, it doesn't bother us. That's not true. We are still just as susceptible to heat-related illnesses as we see in St. David's Emergency Department on a daily basis.